3 of this sectional. So far in this sectional, last night, Salem played Mitchell. Mitchell was victorious in that sectional game. And then in the first game tonight, Crawford County played the host Rams, and Paoli was victorious 54-33, which sets up tonight's action, again, between your Musketeers and Clarksville Generals. I'm Jake Johanningsmeyer. I should be joined later by Mr. Smith, our athletic director, to bring you this game. Got about 10 minutes here and warm up. Talk just a little bit about the end of this season. We are chasing a few things. We've got a senior, Cody Bennett, chasing 1,000 points. It's been a few years since we've had a 1,000-point score. I think they told me today that he's 29 away from 1,000 points. So an exciting milestone for another player in our program. Neither team having just phenomenal years, and kind of ended the season with some really tough opponents. Eastern finishing the season playing Orleans, Corden, Brownstown, just some tough down the road games. Looking for a win. Coming in 6-16 tonight. Again, and talking with Ray a few different times. One of the things he says, hey, this is a 0-0 tournament. You play the whole year to get to this moment. So I know that that's his mindset going into the night. You got to start fresh, and you got to be able to find a way to win, survive, and advance. Meanwhile, the opponents tonight, Clarksville. They are also coming in 5-18. I know they've had an up and down season. Coach Carmichael's had some different personnel issues, and I think the student or the kid who really hurt us early in the season in that double overtime win back in December. I don't think he's with the team anymore. The roster's kind of trimmed down just a little bit. So some of their leading stat points are just not with them at the current moment. I won't quote all their names because I know that I'll get them all wrong. But again, starting fresh tonight, a lot of action in the area. So let's go through some of that action. First off, from last night. Let's talk last night first. In the sectionals around here, in the 4A sectional up at Seymour, you had Jeffersonville beating Scottsburg. Again, Scottsburg advanced to 4A, bumped up due to success, winning state title, and so they bumped up to 4A. So they were Jeff beat Scottsburg. Jeff, just a fantastic ball team, led by Trace Singleton. Just again, gonna make a run here in this tournament, I think. Floyd beat Seymour, the host school, in a really low-scoring game, 33-32. Probably maybe just a little bit of an upset on the night. That's coming out of the 4A sectional from down here. In the sectionals around here, West Washington was hosting a sectional. That will be playing. That Borden played Henderville last night, 163-41. South Central played Lanesville and 173-56. Meanwhile, in this sectional, again, we already said that Mitchell was victorious over the Salem Lions. In the Southwestern sectional, Austin did advance 68-62 over Switzerland County. I think their first sectional win in 6 or 7 years. So hats off to the coach up there. Tonight, again, lots of action in the area in that 4A section, or in tonight's sectional. Again, Crawford County playing Paoli, winning that game tonight, and then we are playing against Clarksville. In the 1A sectional, over at West Washington, Christian Academy is going up against West Washington. If I find a final score on that first game, we'll be sure to get that onto the air. And then in the second game tonight, New Wash will be playing Rock Creek. They're at West Washington. Tonight, Orleans was victorious over Medora in the Lagodi sectional. Orleans having just a fantastic year, and I'm going to be I'll be looking forward to seeing how far they advance. I've seen them a couple times this year, and man, just a very, very solid basketball team, being as big as they are, and just having the guards and the size, and just really being a very deep team. Definitely look them to make a run in this 1A tournament coming out of the South. In the 3A sectional, I don't think there was any games tonight. They were all last night. We already said that those games. Corden, we got beat by Silver Creek, and then Charlestown advanced. So again, lots of great action. This is always that time of the year where everybody's starting fresh, where you get that buzz in the air. This is one of the things that makes high school basketball special in Indiana. I've got friends and relatives in other states, and they say it, in all those states of basketball, but in Indiana it's something way bigger than that. In Indiana it's just a big deal. So you see the gyms filled, and small schools, big schools, kind of all over the state with that new chance and a new hope of advancing in the tournament. So, again, I do want to say I haven't been on the air since the Girls State Championship. We do want to say a huge congratulations to our neighboring school, the Borden Braves. Congratulations on winning the 1A state championship. I got to watch that game online. Just a fantastic job by that school, returning most of their players next year. They're going to come back maybe just as strong as they were this year, and looking to see what kind of can they go back to back. It's interesting seeing three back-to-back champions or back-to-back champions out of the same small conference in Southern Indiana. Just kind of goes to show the level of basketball here that we get to be a privilege to see every single night, kind of all over the place in Southern Indiana. So pretty exciting. So on to tonight's game. Again, we kind of given you a little bit of a rundown of both teams. Eastern coming off 5 losses. We won't harbor on that too much. Really, I felt like coming into February, I felt like we were playing some basketball. I felt like we had kind of turned a corner, and then we kind of hit a buzzkill and playing Orleans Gordon and Brownstown, just 3 of the much of the stronger teams in the area, and really just having some difficulty. Played a tight game with Rock Creek, lost just a gut-wrenching loss against South Central. Really felt like we had that in hand, high-scoring game, but let that one slip away right there at the very end of the game. So again, hopefully these boys have kind of put that stuff behind them, and looking forward into the night. I know that they're excited. All the kids know that Cody's 29 away from getting 1,000, and even in a tough year, we're maybe not having the team success that we had hoped for going into the season. I know that the kids are going to want to try to get that for him. I know that he's going to be hungry to get it, and that it's just a special milestone for any kid, really in any program. So. We'll see what happens. We'll see what Clarksville's game plan is going to be. I know Clarksville's going to be a team that's very athletic. They like to get up and down. The question is, can they handle the ball, and can they keep those turnover at a minimum? Looking back to that December 14th game, it kind of ended up running down. Ended up going in double overtime. Eastern was victorious, 82-79 back in December. So a high-scoring ball game, but. Again, it was a lot of turnovers on both teams. So I think going into tonight, that's going to be one of the bigger keys is can they take care of the ball? Can they take care of possessions? It seems like you preach possessions matter, but then when you get to the tournament, that couldn't be more true. It kind of seems to amplify times 10. Every possession matters that much more because now you're talking win or go home. So. We'll see what kind of both these teams can have. I know that Clarksville's lost some players over the course of the season. Definitely won't get into any of that. But I know they're going to be coming in fresh with the team that they got, and they're kind of in the same boat. We've had 2 very similar seasons. Eastern averaging about 50 a game, but giving up about just over 60 a game. Clarksville averaging just over 40 a game and giving up about 60 a game. So neither team a incredibly high-scoring team. And both teams having a little difficulty defending at a high level. Keep in mind, both these teams, we just play crazy schedules. Eastern playing, in the Mid-Southern, playing just a very, very tough schedule. That this will be our last year in the Mid-Southern Conference. We had voted to get out of the Mid-Southern Conference. We do not know the details of what that's going to look like going forward, if that's immediate or if that's going on. We don't know what the future holds for all that. I think that just from a personal perspective, I think it was definitely time. It's definitely time for us so that we can try to be competitive. As we've shrunk in size a little bit, and so much of our schools have gone up in size over and over and over again. We're getting to playing schools 2 and 3 times our size, and it just gets tough. We want these kids to be successful. We want these kids to be able to compete against schools their size and see what they're made of. And we'll see kind of what the future holds going forward as these programs develop, really all across the board. And I'm sure that there's all kinds of opinions this way or that way, but I think it's a good move. I think it's a good thing for our students going forward in that. So, again, we got about 3 minutes left before the kickoff or before the start of tonight's game. Again, this is Musketeer basketball. We are in the sectional 46 going up against Clarksville Generals. We're going to cut to a couple commercial breaks, and then we'll be back to the tip-off of this game.
National champions, 22 conference championships.
3 on the way. Yeah!
17 Big Ten Players of the Year.
Up a shot.
7 Basketball Hall of Famers. And countless memories on the court.
Three, puts it up.
This is Indiana Hoosiers basketball.
The Papa John's pizza makers are in the kitchen, hand-stuffing mozzarella into their fresh, never-frozen original dough to make you an epic stuffed crust pizza. They have perfected the mozzarella tuck into their original dough to make a beautiful hand-stuffed crust. In one epic stuffed crust pizza, the team is using 5 sticks of mozzarella cheese, so every bite is as cheesy as can be. Right now, at your Salem Papa John's, get a one-topping epic stuffed crust pizza for only $13.99. And this goes without saying, but don't forget to dip it in their special garlic sauce. Call Reese today and order at 812-883-3369 or go online and collect your Papa rewards. Either way, it's a win-win for you and your family. Better ingredients, better pizza. Papa John's. After a joint surgery, injury, or illness, Meadowview and Salem Crossing are the best choices for helping you recover. Our Moving Forward Rehabilitation Program offers a full range of therapies. We're here to help you return home safely with the skills you need to live life on your own terms. Meadowview and Salem Crossing, 2 great options for your rehabilitation. To learn more, visit asccare.com or call 888-996-8272. Planning to buy some land or build a new home or maybe put up a fence? Do you know your property lines? Are you in a floodplain? When it comes to surveying your property, call someone you can trust with years of experience. That's McAllister Land Consulting. Call 812-274-0860, providing fast, friendly service at reasonable rates. McAllister Land Consulting can provide a wide range of services, including residential and commercial certified land surveys, flood elevation certificates, and land usage consulting. Get to know your property. Call McAllister Land Consulting for a free quote today at 812-274-0860.
And we're back here at Paoli High School again, sectional 46 action. This is Musketeer basketball going up against Clarksville Generals. Just some pregame stats for you. Clarksville coming in. Again, we said some personnel lineups and adjustments. Looks like they've got a 25 Clay averaging about 3.5 points a game, and then Muckle averaging about 3.5 a game. Freeman averaging about 7.5 in a game. And then looks like Stewart averaging 4.8 a game. Again, 2 of their leading scorers in Hall and McClendon no longer with the team. So we'll kind of see where these points are going to come from for the Generals. Meanwhile, for the Musketeers, definitely led by our 3 seniors. Well, really all 4 seniors. I think they've just done a nice job. Starting tonight will be Garrett Drury, Brody Temple, Caleb Bonjavolt, Cody Bannett, and Gavin Hurst. Coach Weatherford adjusted his lineup a couple different times based on different matchups. So he's going to go with Hurst in kind of that 5th spot tonight, and Drury in that other spot. Again, Drury definitely gives us more of that defensive edge and just that little bit of extra toughness. We'd like to see that can rub off on just kind of our whole team as we turn into the sectional. I've definitely been impressed with him this year after having not played in the previous year. Just brings a whole other level of toughness. Again, tonight you got Cody Bannett, a personal milestone of 1,000 points, which again is one of those things that just seems like there's no way you're ever going to get it as a freshman. And then I don't think that he played much as a freshman. And then since then, really been able to get it done, having just a really fantastic season, and see if he can chase that tonight. And again, congratulations to him on just a fantastic season. For Clarksville, they've got number 15, Jeremiah Freeman, number 23, Keyshawn Muckle, number 11, Zion Stewart, number 4, Tavian Utrera, and then it looks like number 24, Christian Gonzalez. I'm sorry, that's 25, Corday Clay. Sorry, I did not mean to mispronounce his name. Again, we'll see kind of what these guys are made of. Again, they've kind of had some adjustments. I think some of these guys did play JV earlier in the year, so we'll see. I know Coach Carmichael's going to have them ready. I do know one Coach Carmichael's assistant is Tony Bennett. He was a coach, had a great deal of success in Scottsburg, and then went on into politics and had a career there. So got a lot of experience on the staff there. Calvin McEwen, the JV coach, just a lot of experience there. Both Carmichael and McEwen were both fantastic players in their own right. So sure they're going to have these guys ready to go. We're ready to tip off. It's going to be Bonjaville tipping off for the Musketeers and Stewart tipping off for the Generals. We'll see what kind of pace both of these guys are going, both these teams are going to try to play with. Tip is controlled by Clarksville. Almost had a second jump ball. That's going to be Freeman brings it up. Eastern in a man-to-man. Little handoff. That's going to be back to Muckle. Muckle inside, gets it to play. That's going to be Muckle for two. Good little give and go there. Clarksville looks like they're also in a man-to-man. That's Gavin Hurst out top. Gets it to Bandit on the wing. Bandit's going to drive baseline. Turn around, jumper, no good. That's going to be a rebound there by Stewart. They get the ball up to Muckle. Muckle out to Freeman. Freeman back to Nash. Nash being guarded by Hurst. Kicks out. It's going to be Muckle for three, no good. That's going to be Bonjaville gets a rebound. He's going to look to push, and he's going to turn it over at the other end. Clarksville looking to run. It's a little bit of tempo here early from Clarksville. Down the baseline, gets it all the way across there to Nash. Nash kicks it out to Freeman. Freeman no good. Rebound Drury. We're going to go the other way. Hurst bringing it up. He's a half court. Kicks out to Drury. Drury over. Temple. Temple out to Bandit. Bandit for a long three. No good. Rebounded there by Bonjaville. He's able to save it back into play as the air ball there by Bandit. Nice backdoor. Good assist there by Temple to Bandit. Bandit on the back door is going to get an easy two. Good pass there by Brody Temple. Clarksville going back the other way. Stewart on the drive. Kicks it out to Nash. Nash bending the lane. Gets it in the corner. That's number 25. Clay, no good. That's going to be a rebound there by Bandit, and then he's going to cough it up. It's going to be out of bounds back to Clarksville. Clarksville to inbound. Gets the ball into Freeman. Freeman driving in. Kicks out to Clay. Again, Eastern staying in their man. It's going to be Nash on the drive. No good. Rebound by Garrett Drury. Looking to get the ball up to Bonjaville. 5:37 to play. Tied at 2. Again, Clarksville staying in that man-to-man. But just a little bit of pressure on the ball, but kind of sagging everywhere else. Definitely playing in that lane, trying to protect that drive. Hurst out to Bonjaville. Out to Temple. Eastern being fairly patient. Temple on the drive. Kind of behind the back pass to Bandit. Bandit for three. No good. Offensive rebound there by Drury. Drury's going to put it in. Eastern takes a 2-point lead. It's going to be Muckle out top. And Bandit's going to pick his pocket and go the other way. And Bandit's going to get an easy two. Good defense there by Cody Bandit. Just kind of one-on-one out there at half court. Able to get a tip away and then an easy bucket. Eastern takes a 6-2 lead. Freeman on the drive, pulls up, kicks out to Muckle. Muckle for three, no good. It's going to be a rebound Bonjaville. He's going to look to run, gets it up to Bandit. Bandit's going to get to the rim, and that's good. And that's going to be a timeout, Clarksville. It's going to be a 30-second timeout. We'll cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
A weekend for Purdue basketball. They're the all-time leader in Big Ten titles. They play right here all year long. You don't want to miss a single game of Boiler Ball this season. What a weekend to be a Boilermaker. Look for two Boilermakers play here.
And we're back here, Section 46, Musketeer basketball. I did tell you I would get some scores. So tonight, Christian Academy was victorious over the West Washington Senators. They're at West Washington 37-27. I think I already said Orleans was victorious over Medora 65-25. If any of those scores come in, we will try to keep you posted throughout the night. Clarksville inbound gets the ball in. That's going to be Nash bringing it up the sideline. He's going to get all the way to the rim. Tough drive. That's going to be Temple on the rebound. He got all the way there. Bonjavolt's going to go get to the lane. They're going to get Bonjavolt for an offensive foul. It's a tough call right there. On that last play, kind of a single. Hurst is kind of pressing full court, and Nash was able to go full court and get all the way to the rim. I'm sure Coach Weatherford wasn't too happy with that, but we're able to get the rebound. Going to turn it in. Going to be a drive there by Freeman. He's going to get fouled going into the lane. That foul is going to be on Cody Bannett, his first. And Clarksville definitely driving pretty much every time. They've had a couple kickouts, trying to get into the lane as much as they can. Use that athleticism of theirs. Clarksville inbound to Freeman. Freeman's going to get it over to Stewart. Stewart spins in the lane. Picks it over to Muckle. There to Nash. Nash on the drive. They're going to get an offensive foul there on Nash. So that's going to be Temple drew another charge. They said at our pep session today that Temple, they said the number, I think it was 27. I could be wrong on that. They said the number. He definitely has drawn just a ton of charges this year, something that he takes a lot of pride in. Fowler's going to check in for the Musketeers. He's going to kick it over to Bannett. Bannett's three, no good. That rebound's going to go out of bounds. It's going to be Musketeer basketball. Eastern with an 8-2 lead with 3:45 to play. 21 Corbett's going to check in for Clarksville. Temple looking inbound. Going to be kind of a triple screen there for Bannett. Bannett jumper, 15-footer, no good. That's going to be Temple on the offensive rebound. He's going to get the board and two. Clarksville inbound. That's to Stewart. He's going to bring it up. Trying to get in the lane. Over to Freeman. Stewart's going to go back and get it. No, back to Freeman. It'll be Nash on the drive. Nice pass there. Gets it into Muckle. Muckle for an easy two. Nice pass there. Clarksville looking to extend their press just a little bit, kind of just a man-to-man press. Eastern able to break it fairly easily. It's like Coach Carmichael looking to try to get a trap. Nice pass there by Temple. Fowler had a layup, no good. That's going to be an offensive rebound there for Bonjavolt. He's going to put in an easy layup. 12-4 in favor of the Musketeers. Clarksville gets up to Muckle. Muckle kicks it out to Freeman. Freeman for three, no good. Rebound Temple. Looking to run. He's going to try to go. Gets it out to Bonjavolt for three. No good. Rebound Drury. He's going to clean up the mess. Drury's going to get another rebound and a putback. Nation's extended their lead to 10. Clarksville going the other way. And it's going to be a jump ball. Well, this is one of those, I kind of thought the story of this game was going to be a lot of turnovers. Eastern's had more turnovers than Clarksville has. But it's really been offensive rebounding right here. Musketeers getting, I think, 8 of their points off of offensive glass. And so over half our points coming from just outworking them on the glass and putting back an easy deuce. Utrera is going to check in for the Generals. Fowler's bringing it up for the Musketeers. Out to Bonjavolt, gets it into Bat, who just checked in. Bat finds Bannett on the back cut. It's going to be a turnover. There on the other end, Fowler's going to get a steal. Nice pass there by Bonjavolt. Gets it up the temple for an easy 2. Again, kind of just a broken play. A nice find there by Bonjavolt. Utrera on the drive. Tried to go through Bat, and Bat did not move a muscle. And he kind of just bounced back off of him. Freeman working the baseline. Sorry, that was Stewart. Kicks it out to Freeman. Freeman's going to knock down a 3. There's going to be a steal there by Clay. They're going to get it down to Freeman. Freeman's going to get all the way there in for 2. Freeman kind of run over Temple. I don't know. Wasn't a call. Temple was pretty deep there. Little life here by the Generals. 16-9 in favor of the Musketeers. Fowler gets the ball out to Bannett. Bannett from the volleyball line. No good. Rebound by Bat. Bat puts it back up. No good. Temple going to get the next rebound. Fowler for 3. No good. Going to be rebounded there by the Generals. Drury and Hirsch are going to check back in for the Musketeers. 51 seconds to play here in this first quarter. Eastern up 16-9. Freeman on the inbound. Just a sophomore here for the Generals. Gets it over to Muckle. Muckle out to Clay. Out to Freeman. Freeman out to Stewart. Stewart looks like he's just ready to drive pretty much every play. Lazy pass there, picked off by Bonjavolt. He's going to go the other way for an easy 2. It was just kind of a lazy pass there by Clarksville. That was an easy layup on the other end. Looks like Eastern going to a kind of a 3-2, 1-2-2 zone. Probably just there to probably a little more penetration than what Coach Weatherford liked in that first half of that first quarter. It's going to be 3 there by Stewart. No good. Clarksville did get an offensive rebound, but then unable to put it in. So that's going to be the end of 1. Score is 18-9. The Musketeers are on top of the Clarksville Generals. This is Musketeer Basketball on WSLM. We are going to cut to a quick commercial break. We'll be right back.
Drew and Johnson Scott here to tell you that American Family Insurance is committed to protecting your dream home so that your family has a place to share laughs, celebrations, and milestones, which is why their new homeowner discount rewards customers who have purchased a new home in the last 3 years with a discount on their homeowner's policy. American Family Insurance. Insure carefully, dream fearlessly.
Contact Rodney Bruff, agent at Rodney S. Bruff Agency Incorporated, 812-277-1400 today.
Discount and savings amounts and eligibility will vary. Some restrictions apply. American Family Mutual Insurance Company, SI, and its operating company, 6000 American Parkway, Madison, Wisconsin. Products not available in every state.
And we're back here at Paoli High School. Again, Sectional 46 action in Game 3. Musketeers on top of the Generals at this point, 18-9. That quarter really, well over half of our points come just from working on the offensive glass, able to put some easy layups in. We had a couple finds there in the full court where kind of plays broke down. Really, offensively, not really able to get a whole lot done in the half-court set, but just getting those offensive boards and able to get some easy points. The difference of the game right now. Coach Weatherford making that adjustment, kind of go to the zone there at the end. Probably expect him to kind of stick with that going through this second quarter, just to try to cut down and help on that penetration. Clarksville not able to finish inside, but able to get to the rim several times in that first quarter. Does look like Eastern's going to kind of go to that 1-2-2 half court, looking to trap when they can. Clarksville able to get it in. Going to be Nash gets it down in the corner to Muckle. Muckle finds Stewart inside. Nice find there. Stewart's going to get an easy 2. Eastern going back with their starters. Clarksville going back with their starters. Bennett just tripped, it looked like. Bennett's going to, looks like he's going to throw it away. Ball kind of pinballed around, ends up with Muckle. Muckle gets an easy layup on the other end. Coach Weatherford did not like the beginning of that scenario. Clarksville score on the other end there. I call a 30-second timeout. We're just going to stay right here for a minute. Again, it looked like Bennett just tripped down there. He tries to tip it there to a teammate. Clarksville gets a deflection, and then several deflections. Ball's on the floor. Clarksville able to come up with that pass ahead. Buckle missed his first one and able to put the second one in. Again, 2 quick buckets here by Clarksville, cutting this to 18-13. Just 30 seconds into this quarter. Probably a good time out there by Coach Weatherford to say, hey, fellas, we got to take care of the basketball. We can't have this. We got to work here a little bit harder. Make sure we're taking care of things. Eastern inbound. Going to get it into Bannett. Clarksville in a man-to-man. That's Hurst out top for the Musketeers. Gets it over to Bannett. Clarksville kind of extending their pressure a little bit more than they did in the beginning of the game. Gets the ball into Temple. Temple tries to drive. Loses it. That's going to be a turnover there for the Musketeers. Temple had a nice shot fake, and they drive to the left. I couldn't tell if it hit a Clarksville player or if it hit him first, but the ball ended up going out of bounds. They're going to say Clarksville basketball. 7:06 to play, 18-13 in favor of the Musketeers. Drury kind of extending that pressure just a little bit. Eastern staying in that 3-2. Clarksville pass around, gets it to Nash. Tries to find Stewart inside. But then the ball went off of Stewart. That's going to be a turnover for Clarksville. Eastern's going to bring it up. Bannett brings the ball up. Gets it on the wing to Bond. Rolled out to Temple. Back to Bannett. Bannett for 3. No good. Rebounded there by Nash. Nash brings it up, gets it to Freeman. Around the horn to Stewart. Good ball movement there by Clarksville. It's going to be a 2 there by Nash, top of the key. It's going to be an offensive rebound there by number 23. They're going to get the ball to Freeman on the drive. They're going to call a blocking foul there on Brody Temple. Again, he's in pretty good position. I don't exactly know what, obviously the official had a different angle on it. Freeman makes a hard drive, gets all the way to the rim. I can probably say that Temple is quite a bit deep. He's nearly under the basket. And oddly enough, we're shooting our first free throws of the game. So Freeman is going to shoot 2, and his first one is no good. It's been a long time since I've seen this. So we're 6:23 into the second quarter, or just a minute and a half into this, our first free throws. His second one is good. Not been an overly physical game so far. So I guess not been not a ton of fouls, not a ton of fouls to call, and not really that kind of physical anywhere. Temple loses it. That's going to be a steal there by Clarksville. Clay gets the steal, goes the other way, and a huge block there by Garrett Drury. Clay looked like he kind of lost his footing there at the end, and Drury blocked the ball out of bounds pretty good. Good block, good hustle there by Drury, keeping points off the board. Clarksville inbounds, gets it into Freeman. Buffalo gets it out top. Takes it over to Nash. That's going to be a steal there by Bonjavolt. It's kind of a lazy pass. Temple's going to look. The drive, gets the ball to Bannett on the wing. They're going to get a foul there on Freeman. It's one of those things I think you want to be careful of. Obviously, everybody knows what's going on with Bannett, but we just don't want to force things. Let the offensive flow. He can knock down shots, but just to work to get him open and let him take some easy shots. I'd say it's one of those things. You've got to get him some layups, get him some mid-range shots, and then let him step out. Nice pass there to Temple. Nice pass there to Drury. Good ball movement there all the way around. Had a nice pass there to Temple. He had a look, but Drury had an easier layup. Drury able to finish it. Eastern extends their lead to 6, 20-14. 5.5 minutes to play here in the second quarter. Clarksville gets it over to, that's going to be Stewart for 3. No good. That ball went over the backboard. Clarksville not been shooting a ton of threes, so that was kind of a rare. They've been kind of get to the rim over and over and over again. They decided not to. Stewart decided to jack one. No good. Bannett bringing the ball up out to Hurst. Hurst back over to Bannett. Bannett for a deep 3. No good. Rebounding there by Stewart. For Clarksville going the other way. Stewart tries to throw the ball ahead. Those are right over Freeman's head. Number 21, Corbett's going to check in for Clarksville. And then Fowler's going to check in for the Musketeers. You can see Cody just a little bit frustrated, not able to hit that first three. You know, it's one of those first things when you're a shooter, you like to hit that first one. Once you get it down, then it just feels more comfortable. Eastern out to Fowler. Back on the wing to Temple. Trying to look inside. Looks like Clarksville did go back to a 2-3 zone. Hurst gets it out to Fowler. Fowler over to Temple. So Clarksville seeing maybe they weren't looking to shoot. Hurst is going to fire for three. No good. Offensive rebound there by Temple. He's going to put it back, and he's going to go line for the first time. That foul's on number 11, Zion Stewart. Just his first. Temple's going to go line to shoot two. So Eastern's first free throws of the game. See if we can cash them in. First one is good. (21-14), 4.5 minutes to play here in this first half. Temple second one, no good. It's going to be an offensive rebound there by Drury. Drury just working like crazy on the boards. The ball's going to be tipped out of bounds. It's going to stay Eastern basketball. I've got Drury and Temple both with 5 rebounds so far each in this first half. Temple to inbound, gets the ball into Bongevolt. Bongevolt to Fowler. Fowler's going to fire for three. No good. Rebound Nash for Clarksville. Looking to go the other way. They get it up to Corbett. Corbett looking to get into the rim. Nice pass there by Corbett. Finds Freeman for an easy two. Corbett had this nice drive. Makes a little dump off bounce pass for an easy two for Clarksville. Eastern on top, 21-16. That's going to be almost a turnover there. Temple kind of had a lazy pass there on the wing. And it looked like Clay had stolen it, but then Clay stepped out of bounds after he took the ball, so it's going to be back to Eastern. Again, 21-16, just over 4 minutes to play in this first half. Clarksville staying in that 2-3 zone. Temple kind of drives right, gets a cross court over to Bannett. Bannett's going to pull up for about 15, no air ball. Nobody blocked out Temple. Temple able to find Bannett. Temple getting another rebound. Kind of a strange because he had airballed the shot. Foul's going to be on number 11, Zion Stewart. And Temple just happened to be right there. He's going to drive in, finds Cody cutting to the basket. Cody's going to go line to shoot two. This is one of those, I think, shooters, if they can just get to the line and just feel that shot go down. Cody's had a couple layups, but just to feel those shots go down. Cody's first one is good. 23, Keyshawn Muffler's going to check in for Clarksville. Maybe the difference for Cody is to be able to get a couple free throws in him, and maybe get that first three going, see what can happen. Second one is no good. Rebounded there by Zion Stewart. Eastern looking in kind of in that 1-3-1. Zion Stewart finds Corbett. Corbett finds good ball movement there by Clarksville. Corbett found Muckle. A diagonal pass there against the 1-3-1, and then he makes a little shuffle pass across the lane for an easy layup. Kind of a lazy pass there. It's going to be a turnover. Clarksville went the other way. And Temple almost had a steal, but he stepped out of bounds. It's going to be Clarksville basketball. Bongevolt's going to check back in. Eastern holding on to a 4-point lead right now. Still in that 1-3-1. It's going to be Freeman. Freeman stumbled. Looked like he slipped. Tried to throw it as he was kind of falling, threw her over the head of Muckle. Out of bounds Eastern basketball. 3:07 to play here in the first half. Temple brings it up. Finds Bannett. Bannett cross court to Hurst. Hurst and back out top to Temple. Temple's going to try to drive. Gets it over to Hurst. Hurst back out to Temple. Temple finds Bongevolt. Clarksville staying in that 2-3. They get the ball into Drury. Nice baseline move there by Garrett Drury for an easy 2 there. Get in the back of that zone, kind of fell asleep. Drury just made that nice nice sweep right there, able to put it in, extended this lead to 6, 24-18, Musketeers. Clarksville is going to call a full timeout. We are going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back. 2:25 to play. Musketeers up 24-18. It's Musketeer basketball, sectional 46 on WSLM.
Do you wonder what it would be like to live without hip or knee pain? Joint replacement at Schneck Orthopedics and Sports Medicine makes it easier than you think. Schneck is proud to be one of the first in the region to offer Mako robotic arm-assisted joint replacement surgery. This latest advancement transforms the way joint replacements are performed. Mako allows your surgeon to provide you with a personalized surgical experience based on your specific diagnosis and anatomy. This means less soft tissue damage and greater bone preservation, less blood loss, less pain, fewer days in the hospital, and faster recovery. Taking a walk, riding a bike, and playing with your grandchildren. These are just a few of the simple joys in life. But for those with bone and joint pain, these simple joys are often too painful or unbearable to truly enjoy. With Mako robotic arm-assisted surgery at Schneck, you can get back to the activities you enjoy. Learn more at SchneckOrtho.com.
And we're back here at Paoli High School, sectional 46. The Musketeers on top, 24-18, 2:25 to play in this first half. In the first quarter, seemed to be kind of just all Musketeers. Second quarter, Clarksville able to settle down, even though they still had several turnovers. Able to get some easy buckets inside, some nice passes. Able to kind of cut this lead down to 6. Eastern going back to a man-to-man for a minute. Clarksville able to get it over to Muckle. Muckle's going to drive. Had Freeman. Freeman had a look. Looks like that pass was just a little too much. Going to be off Freeman's foot out of bounds. Going to be Eastern basketball. Looks like Chase Pat checked back into the game. The trainer was looking at Garrett Drury, so let's hope everything is okay. Nothing's going on. First up, out top. Gets it over to Temple. Temple cross court to Bannett. Bannett for an open 3. No good. Rebound there to Freeman. Freeman gets it up to Nash. Nash is going to pull up for 3, and he's going to knock one down. His first points of the game. Cuts this to a 3-point game, 24-21. And Coach Weatherford is going to call a timeout. It is going to be a full timeout. We will cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
When you're looking for basketball action tuned to the Kentucky Anna sports leader, WSLM, you'll be able to follow girls and boys high school basketball on WSLM throughout the season as Salem, Eastern, and West Washington face a variety of Mid-Southern Conference teams. And tune into Indiana Sports Talk on Friday and Saturday nights for interviews with area coaches and hear scores from around the state. WSLM is also your Kentucky Anna flagship station for Indiana University, Purdue University, and Indiana Pacers basketball. And don't sleep on this. You can take it to the hoops during March Madness with WSLM as they bring you live coverage of the NCAA tournament and Big Ten playoffs. Tune in this Saturday for the IHSAA Girls State Basketball Tournament and cheer on the Lady Braves as they play for a Class A state title. And join WSLM next week as the boys start sectional play on their road to the state finals. Whatever type of basketball you want to listen to, WSLM takes it to the hoop for you every time.
And we're back here at Paoli High School. Again, lots of action coming up for WSLM. Just all kinds of sports. If you like sports, it's definitely on here. We'll go over some of that programming for the next week here at halftime. Minute 41 here to play. Eastern holding on to a 3-point lead, a 24-21. Clarksville going back to a 2-3 zone. Not kind of extending hardly at all. They have kind of mixed their coverages a little bit. Eastern gets it over to Temple. Temple for 3, no good. It's going to be a rebound there by Muckle. Bannett there with a back tip. Again, kind of Nash lost sight of his defender. And then here, ball, it's in. Here by Corbett. Corbett finds number 14, Nash. He's going to get an open three, knocks it down. Clarksville takes their first lead of the game, 26-24, just under a minute to play. In that last time, you'd like to see Eastern try to get the ball inside, get some action. We've had some effectiveness down there. Really, that last play there, getting the Bonjabo. We had a nice move there by Drury. It's going to be pull-up three there for Hurst, no good. Rebound there by Muckle for Clarksville. 24 seconds to play. They're going to get Cody Bannett for a foul. That's one of those tough ones. Kind of, if you make that play, then you get an easy layup. But if you don't make that play, then you're going to get a second foul. At this point, I don't know that it's going to matter, but definitely not. Don't want to see Cody getting any kind of foul trouble. 22 seconds to play. Clarksville up by 2. Fowler checks back into the game. Guarding Nash. Nash over to Muckle. Being guarded there by Bennett. That's going to be a nice steal. Good pass, or good steal there by Bonjabo. Gets an easy two, just playing the passing lane well. Clarksville unable to get anything going. That's going to be the end of the first half. 26-26, tie ball game going into halftime. It is anybody's game looking to this game 3 of Sectional 46. We're going to cut to a couple commercials, and we will be back with some stats and some thoughts on this first half.
The City of Salem Parks and Recreation Department's Little League signups are up and running in person at Salem City Hall and online now through March 7th. Also, Parks and Rec will host a basketball youth night on February 25th during the Salem Lions versus Crawford County Boys varsity game. Players need to wear their jersey and will get in free. And don't forget to take advantage of the city's facilities at DePaul Park and Riley's Place Playground. Shelters are available to reserve by calling the office at 812-883-2895. There is an outside grill, picnic tables, and 4 basketball goals. Community Park on Salem's east side has a variety of activities, from basketball and tennis to skateboarding and picnic areas to enjoy getting out of the house. Also, there is playground equipment, a covered shelter and picnic area, and volleyball and a basketball court at Elizabeth Street Park. For additional information, call Tom Foltz at 812-883-2895 or stop by his office in City Hall.
We're here at McDonald's Gymnasium for tonight's game. It's time to introduce the starting lineup. And the crowd is on their feet, and they're going wild. And here comes the new players. We've got the premium quarter pounders coming in tonight, alongside the chicken classic sandwiches. Playing forward tonight, we have got one-of-a-kind Big Wrap. Guarding your hunger, it looks like we've got McDouble and McChicken coming in. And starting in the center court tonight will be Big Mac. Look on the sidelines, folks. We have Chicken McNuggets cheering tonight alongside those golden delicious fries. Hot and always ready. You'll score points every time you bring the family into Salem McDonald's, right here on Main Street, before or after the game. Don't forget to top off your favorite meal with a cold soft drink, that famous Mickey D sweet tea, or something from their full line of smoothies and McCafe coffee drinks. Order inside from 4 a.m. to 11, or get that one-of-a-kind taste 24 hours at the drive-thru. McDonald's, I'm loving it.
Hey everybody, have you heard about the Awareness Washington County Chili Cook-Off? It's back this year and better than ever.
It's always so much fun, and the chili is awesome.
It's going to be Saturday, March 8th from 4 to 7 at Southern Hills Church in the gymnasium.
For chili fans, it's only $10 for adults and only $5 for children.
What a deal. And you can sample all the chili that you want. Red chili, white chili, with pasta, and even without.
Plus, the dessert auction is amazing. So many delicious treats. There will also be a silent auction and bag raffles for the kids.
You can vote for your favorite chili and for the best decorated booth.
The chili chefs can win cash prizes for Best Judged Red Chili, Best Judged White Chili, People's Choice, and Best Decorated Booth.
Would you like to enter the competition? There's no entry fee. Just go to awarenesswashingtoncounty.org and download the registration form and all the info. Or you can contact Margie Morris on Facebook, and she'll send you an entry form.
We are looking forward to seeing you there.
Congress is poised to pass a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. 82 million Americans risk losing the news, sports, talk, traffic, and vital emergency information they rely on. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this bill now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we're back here, halftime sectional 46. I do have a special guest tonight. Before we get into the night's game, we'll introduce our new football coach. He got the chance to start with us a couple weeks ago. Mr. Jordan Williams, coming to us. Let's unmute him. There we go. Coming to us from Silver Creek, teaching in our middle school. Again, I know that he's already met with the guys, and I know he's getting excited. So we'll give him a little bit of chance to kind of say some of what you've seen so far and kind of what your plans are this spring and what's happening.
Yeah. Well, it's been great here so far. Started January 13th, actually. So, we're still real new. I've met the guys, started building relationships there. One thing that comes to mind is how supportive everybody has been. I mean, from the school board to the administration, our athletic director, Mr. Smith. Everybody's been very welcoming and kind of letting me just, I guess, do my thing.
Right.
Spring ball, winter, we're working real hard on building our relationships.
That's definitely where you got to start. You got to get kids that want to come out and work hard, and I know you guys have been in the weight room and kind of getting after it a little bit. And again, you don't know them, they don't know you. So
right.
Some of that work is just this is where you learn, and this is where you start to develop and kind of see what kind of effort these guys are going to get. Now, granted, you've got a ton of guys that are in spring sports and playing basketball, and you got a ton of guys in other sports. So you're only seeing a fraction of your team. But I know I've seen some middle school guys in there. So so far, I teach. I see kids just seem to be kind of excited about what's next and maybe the future of what we have. We've had obviously some tough years the last couple of years. So good to see some excitement in some of these kids.
Yeah, it's been awesome. And the great thing about us is we're really young.
Yeah.
So I plan on being here for a very long time.
Right.
As long as they'll have me.
Right.
And we're really young and we're hungry. Like you said, we're in the weight room, and those guys they're getting after it in there. We're really big on change and changing the culture, and like I said, they're motivated, they're hungry, and they want it.
Well, it's exciting. I think change is hard. I think change is hard. Anytime you have a coaching change, it's tough, and expectations change, and obviously you got player personnel. You lose quite a bit in the senior class. You had just a crazy season this past year with injuries and all kinds of stuff, and we were kind of the walking wounded there at the end of the year. And
you lost a lot of You had that senior class was very talented.
Yeah,
you had a really good group right there. It was very unfortunate to kind of see how it played out.
Right. Well, again, so you like to see that with change comes those new expectations, and like to see these kids get after it a little bit. I've always thought that we've had the ability and the capability of finding success, and we've had off and on success in our program over the past several years.
Yep.
But it just seems kind of as our numbers have shrunk and everything, it's just been tough. It's been an uphill battle. Excited. It's also kind of strange that we get a teacher halfway through the year that's able to come in, and that's not the common protocol. It's not the way a lot of schools do it. But we're fortunate enough to get you kind of in halfway. Obviously, we've not talked a whole lot.
Yeah.
So you're meeting me for the first time. But you now come at halftime, so you're kind of getting a little bit of a leg up and just getting some time with guys that other head coaches starting may not actually get.
Yeah, it's been nice. We've been going to the elementary school. Reading to the kids down there.
Right.
I'm trying to build this up K through 12.
Right.
The youth league is a very important piece. And so, we've been there reading on my lunch break, on my planning periods. I try to run through the high school and, fist bump, high five,
right?
Those guys. And it's been a blast. It really has. They're really buying in already. And like you said, so many multiple sports going on. I haven't even got to meet them all yet.
Correct. And this in the next few weeks, basketball wrap up, and you'll get to see a few more of them, and then I know so many of them do track, and so it never ends at small schools. You get the same athletes doing all. So So I definitely we want to say best of luck to you going forward in the spring, and we want to see you be successful. We want to see these kids be successful, and so anything that we can do to support you is definitely what we want to do. So I'll give you a quick thought. What's your thoughts on the first half so far of this game?
Man, they're playing hard. I can say that they're playing hard. And this Clarksville team, man, they're very young and very athletic. I feel like we're handling that pretty well. They're getting out on their shooters. They're competing. I'm happy to see them compete.
So far, I think the difference of the game is in that first quarter we were able to crash the offensive glass and really just kind of manhandle them inside a little bit and get those easy putbacks. Even though we're not shooting at a very good percentage, able to get those putbacks. And then later, it seemed like Clarksville, they would get into the paint several times, again, using some of that athleticism, had a couple of nice interior passes, and they were able to get some easy buckets. Two very different quarters. That first quarter was 18-9 in favor of Eastern. The second quarter, 17-8 in favor of Clarksville. So you walk away with a tie here at halftime. So, looking at the second quarter, I think, both teams, I've got a down for 8-9 turnovers apiece. Not a great number. Again, I think it's going to be who controls that glass a little bit. I'd like to see some of these senior football players and their bodies a little bit bigger than Clarksville's team. You've seen that kind of weight room pay off for other programs, not just football. Drury's been able to do about whatever he wanted inside. Bonneville's been able to get about whatever he wanted. Cody hasn't shot it great yet, but again, when he's got to the rim, he's been able to find some success. So, again, it should be an exciting second half. This is Game 3 of Sectional 46. Coach, you're more than welcome to stay with us, but I do want to say good luck. I want to get you on the radio just to get a chance to have people at home hear you. They probably not heard your voice. They may not know who you are yet. I think sure they've seen pictures, but I want to give you a chance to talk a little bit. So you're more than welcome to stay as much or as long as you want. We're going to get this second half underway. Stats for this first half. For the Musketeers, Bannon ended up with 7. Bonneville ended up with 6. Drury ended up with 8. Leading scorer here that first half. Temple ended up with 5. For Clarksville, Stewart had 2. Nash had 6. Freeman had 8. Corbett 2. And Muckle had 8. Looks like both teams going back with their starters to start this game. It's going to be Eastern basketball to get started. We'll kind of see. It looks like Clarksville's going to go back to, looks like they're kind of in that zone, kind of a 1-2-2 zone, a 3-2 zone. Tough pass there by Hurst. It's going to be turned away, and Bonneville's going to get it right back. So we had a steal on one end, going the other way. Drury's going to get an easy 2. Good recognition there on the rebound. We had a silly turnover, but then able to steal it right back. It's going to be Freeman bringing the ball up the other way. Eastern in a man-to-man. I kind of thought that's going to be Bonneville with yet another steal, and he's going to lay it in at the other end. I've got Caleb down for 5 steals, so really playing those passing lanes well. Eastern with a 4-point advantage to start this half. It's going to be Nash being guarded there by Hurst. Hurst is going to pick his pocket. He's going to get to the rim. Everything going right for the Musketeers. 3 steals there in a row there for the Musketeers. And Coach Carmichael has seen enough. Eastern taking a quick 6-point advantage, 32-26. Definitely like what you see there, just on the ball defense there by both Bonneville and Hurst, just picking the pocket and going to the rim.
Yeah, I think this is where that experience is coming into play. Like I said, Clarksville, they're still very athletic, but really young right now. Eastern has a lot of juniors or a lot of seniors on the court. Just that it looks like Clarksville's kind of giving away, telegraphing their passes a little bit, and our older guys are picking up on that.
Well, you look for Clarksville. Stewart's a freshman. Nash is a freshman. Freeman's a sophomore. Corbett, who played a little bit, a junior. Muckle's a freshman. And then Clay's a sophomore. That's who's played this game, So the future is going to be bright for this general team. But that inexperience paying off for us just a little bit.
Yep.
Eastern going to look to press just a little bit here. Looks like a man-to-man press. Clarksville gets it into Stewart. He's being guarded there by Drury. Gets it over to Nash. Nash gets it back to Stewart, and that's going to be taken away there by Temple. Temple just kind of rips it out of his hands, finds Bannett. Bannett for an easy two. And it's kind of exactly what you wanted coming out of the half, just good pressure. It's going to be Corbett on the baseline, no good, gets his own rebound, puts it back up, and good. Tough finish. Good, strong finish there. Gets his own board. Clarksville going, kind of switching to kind of a 2-3 zone now. Just kind of staying back. It looks like they're going to try to keep that penetration out of the lane. Bannett's going to fire for three. No good. It's going to be rebounded there by Stewart, but Bonsville's going to be able to tie him up. It's going to be Clarksville basketball. Eastern looking to press just a little bit more. He's got a 6-point lead right here. Gets the ball in the dash, being guarded there by Hurst. Good defense. Good ball pressure there by Hurst. Stewart being guarded there by Drury. Back to Hurst. And the officials let them play just a little bit. A little bit of extra contact there on the ball, but it's going to be ripped out of the hands by Bonchable. He's going to get yet another steal. And they're going to get it up to Bannett for an easy two. So Bannett's going to go to the line. He's going to get an and one right there. That foul's going to be there on 23, Muckle. That would be his second.
Has Eastern forced 9 or 10 turnovers?
I had 9 there at halftime. I had 9. But here's the deal. This is probably not accurate. So just bear with me. Now, there's a steal there by Temple.
Eastern's really picking it up on the defensive end right now.
Bannett almost had an easy one again. Ball got knocked out of bounds. Eastern with an 8-point lead, 36-28, 5:30 to play. This 3.5 minutes has been all the Eastern. Bannett, long three, a lot of contact, and he's going to get his first three of the game. I know that he's just not shot well, so it's got to feel good to kind of put that one in, get that one behind him, and now just go out and play. I know it's always tough when you're chasing records, and you want to have a good team. It's a sectional, but hopefully he can just kind of settle down and just play a little bit. Clarksville around the horn, gets the ball in there to Clay. Clay's going to put it in for two. And that's going to be, Carmack is going to call a timeout. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Congress is poised to pass a bill to keep AM radio in cars, but time is running out. 82 million Americans risk losing the news, sports, talk, traffic, and vital emergency information they rely on. Text AM to 52886 and tell Congress to pass this bill now.
Message and data rates may apply. You may receive up to 4 messages a month, and you may text STOP to stop.
This message furnished by the National Association of Broadcasters.
And we're back here at Paoli High School. Eastern with a 9-point advantage, 39-30. Again, this quarter has just been all Eastern, able to just put tremendous pressure on the ball and turn all of those turnovers into layups on the other end. Again, just been a good display for the Musketeers. Clarksville really kind of struggling, making some lazy passes and really just being careless with the basketball. That first play right there, or that play right there, was kind of the first time Clarksville was aggressive in getting to the rim, and Corbett able to make an easy one.
Yeah, Eastern's really picked up the pressure. Seems like Coach Weatherford at halftime really put an emphasis on pressure and taking care of the basketball.
I kind of wondered if we weren't going to press a little bit more tonight. We're not really a pressing team, but with their inexperience, we wondered. So we saw just a little bit of pressure that's come. So let's see, Clarksville in a 2-3 zone. Fowler out to Bannett. Bannett's going to drive, gets it over to Temple. Temple, nice pass there to Fowler on the baseline cut. Fowler's able to put in an easy layup. Good find there by Brody Temple. Eastern in the man-to-man. mix-up of who's guarding who, I think. Temple guarding Nash out top. And that's going to be over and back there.
You know, for Temple's size, he's doing a really good job out on the perimeter putting pressure on. You know, you think of Temple as kind of a big man forward.
Yep.
He's doing a real good job putting pressure on the guard.
I think there was a mix-up. I think he was telling Fowler, that's your man. He's like, well, I'll just go and take him and forces the turnovers. Nice job there by Brody Temple. Bannett finds Drury inside. Drury had Temple. Not quite a strong enough pass. They're going to throw it away. Again, probably the right look. Drury might have had a layup himself, trying to get the ball to Temple and just not quite strong enough. Ball out of bounds. It's going to be Clarksville basketball. Clarksville gets it into Stewart. Stewart back to Ford. Another steal there by Bannett. And Bannett's going to lay it in for an easy two. Almost another steal there by Bongevolt. And Clarksville just kind of just not making strong passes and not coming to meet the ball. Able to turn that. We got a 13-point advantage, 43-30. 4 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Again, a little bit aggressive there. Bonge's just guarding. He pokes it away, and he's going to go the other way, and he's going to get a layup there. The two things there. One, I think the officials letting him get away with a little too much, but he's able to poke it away, and he's able to turn it into a layup. Clarksville gets up to Corbett, finds Stewart. Stewart's going to get called for a travel. Again, he planted on that right foot. Again, anytime players plant on that right foot, they want to step, and it's going to be a travel pretty much all day.
I'm really impressed with Eastern's pressure right now. They are doing a really good job defensively.
Fowler out top, gets it over to Temple. Temple finds Drury inside. Drury for a little baseline jumper. Not typically his shot, but no good. Rebound Clarksville going the other way. Tough shot there. Rebounded there by Drury. That was Freeman. No good there. Temple kicks it out to Bongevolt for three. Good. Bongevolt gets his first three of the game. And Clarksville's going to call a timeout. That's going to be a 30-second timeout. And, man, this went from 26 to 26 at halftime all the way to 48-30. So Eastern on just a humongous tear right now. That is going to be a full timeout. We'll cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
Head on over to McDonald's in Salem, French Lick, and Bedford to celebrate after the game, to enjoy that one-of-a-kind taste of McDonald's or warm up with some hot coffee. McDonald's is saving you money with the McValue menu at breakfast and lunch. You can get either a sausage McMuffin, sausage biscuit, sausage burrito, or a hash brown, and get one more for just $1. And at lunch, you can get either a double cheeseburger, McChicken, 6-piece nugget, or a small fry, and get one more for just $1. Stop in on Tuesdays where Happy Meals are just $3 from 4 to 8 p.m., along with kids' activities. And don't forget to book your child's next birthday party in the McDonald's Play Place, where it's hosted and you get the cake, food, drinks, and we clean up the mess, all for one price. Call for details and scheduling at 812-883-1976. No matter what the temperature is outside, you'll be loving it at McDonald's.
And we're back here. 3 minutes to play here in the third quarter. Eastern starting this quarter, we're on a 22-4 run to take a tie ball game all the way to an 18-point lead. Not what I had on my bingo card for the night. You know, you see, seems like sectional games. Even both these teams have kind of struggled off and on out there. You just expected kind of a dogfight, and really that first half is kind of what you had. It was just point to back and forth, and then Eastern able to explode to start this quarter. We'll see how Clarksville responds.
Yeah, Eastern looks a lot more confident this quarter too.
Right.
You know, coming out of halftime, their confidence is just through the roof right now.
That's going to be Muckle for three, no good. Ball out of bounds, going to go back to Eastern. You see the body language of the Clarksville players, that just a whole turn of events. That first half, especially in that second quarter, they start to play with a little giddy up. You know, they're jumping a little higher, running a little faster. You can just see the countenance just completely dissolve out of this team. And I'm not knocking them. It's just you can kind of see it.
Yeah, you can.
Eastern kind of going the other direction. You know, a lot of coaches say body language is everything, and I'm a believer. It tells me everything about where your mind is. So Eastern's kind of all over right now. Eastern passing the ball. Temple gets it across over to Fowler. Fowler on the drive, pulls up from the free throw line. No good. Rebound there by Stewart. Stewart finds an easy Nash on the other end. That's a little bit of cherry picking right there, but you get points however you can. I think when he got that rebound, I think he was already at the volleyball line on the other side. Bandit's going to fire for three. No good. Rebound there by Bass. Gets it back out. Finds Temple. Bandit's going to drive baseline. Pulls up. Tough shot. Knocks that in from about 8 feet there on the sideline. He contorts himself in such weird ways as he gets up in the air, but he's able to finish. Eastern up 18. It's going to be Corbett for three. No good. Rebound Fowler. Fowler trying to find Bandit. Ball tipped out of bounds by Clarksville. That's number 4, Utrera, checking in for the Generals. And number 25, 4-day play. Gavin Hurst going to check in for the Musketeers. Minute and a half to play here in the third quarter. Eastern with an 18-point advantage, 50-32. It's going to be Cody Bandit on the drive. Baseline is going to knock it in. Clarksville coming up the other way. It's going to be Muckle for a pull-up. Rebounded there by Bonjavolt. Finds Temple. Temple out to Bonjavolt. Back to Temple. Finds Bandit. Bandit for three. He's got to quit that falling down stuff.
Yeah, there wasn't a need for it that time, for sure.
He's done it a couple times. There was one in that first half we got a little contact, but there's no contact there. Quit falling down. Just shoot the ball. You miss, right? It's going to be Clarksville basketball. And that's Caleb Bonjavolt was yet another steal. And he's going to go a line for two.
How many points do you have him for,
Cody?
Bonjavolt.
I have him for 2, 4, 6, 8, 10, 12, 15. I got him for 15 right now.
Okay. So he could, how many steals do you have?
I have him for 6 steals and 6 rebounds at this point. So he's in verge of getting a triple-double.
He is. He's
First point
playing really well.
Yep.
Really hard, too. A lot of effort out there.
Meanwhile, I think I've got Bandit down for 18. Bonjavolt second free throw is good. Again, I think he needed 29 to reach 1,000. So he's on. That's going to be a tip there by Temple. He's going to come up with a steal for Chase Batt. They're going to get a foul inside. I didn't see who they call that on. They're going to call that on number 11, Zion Stewart. And Cody Bandit's going to go line for two. First one is good.
How far away is Cody from 1,000 points?
What they told me today, I'm only going from what I was told, was 29. He needed 29 to reach 1,000. And so that one right there would be 20. So that would put him at 9 points, away from 1,000 points. So it's a special milestone for any high school basketball player. Absolutely. Nash on the drive. That's going to be a little too easy there, but Nash able to get all the way to the rim. 30 seconds to play. Eastern up 56-34. Temple out top. Finds Bandit. Bandit for three. And good.
He is one of those kids. Once he gets going, he can do some damage.
And once you saw him, once he got that first one, you kind of just expected it was going to come.
Yep.
The other part is some of our steals have led to easy layups for him. So anytime you see that ball go into the basket, so some of the players there on the bench are signaling 4 points, so I could 100% be off. But they're signaling 4. I had it down for 6 left. Either way, could be a special night for this young man.
Absolutely.
8 seconds to play. Down the wing to Hurst. Hurst finds Bonjavolt. 2 seconds to play. Bonjavolt for three, no good. And that's going to be the end of the third quarter. Eastern on top, 59-34, 25-point advantage. Again, not exactly what we expected, just all Eastern in this entire third quarter. Hats off to this team, playing hard. Jordan, it's been just fantastic having you. I appreciate your time. Again, anytime you want to join us, you're more than welcome. Best of luck this spring. Best of luck as you guys. Are you helping with track? I think, is that what I heard?
I'm helping with anything I can. I love Eastern. I love what we're doing. I'll jump in anywhere I can.
And I'm sure that they will put you to work somewhere as you get ready to get going. So we look forward to seeing what happens there come August and seeing what next season has in store.
Yes, sir. I appreciate you.
Again, thanks for joining us tonight. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we'll come right back. Fourth quarter. This is Musketeer basketball on WSLM.
This is Becky White from WSLM.
I do appreciate it.
John Jones.
Anytime. It's March Madness, baby, and we have some mad deals here at John Jones Auto Group. With nearly 300 new and over 400 pre-owned vehicles in inventory, we are looking to power forward through the end of the first quarter and give you a slam dunk of a deal. Worried about bad credit or no credit? Pass us the ball and give us the opportunity to assist you with your next auto loan. With our special program, it no longer feels like you're taking a full-court shot in the dark. Take a time out and fill out an application online at johnjonesautogroup.com. And while you're there, check out our full inventory between all of our locations. And don't get caught traveling. Shop local at your nearby John Jones dealership. Feel free to contact us at 877-473-5546. This is Jalen Hoare at John Jones. And remember, he sees so many because they paid so little.
And we're back here at Paoli High School starting the fourth quarter. Eastern up 59-34. That's going to be Bandit on the drive. He's going to get all the way in for two. Again, the entire bench is signaling 2 points. On the press, Bandit able to tip the ball out of bounds. It'll be Clarksville basketball, 61-34. Clarksville making a substitution. It'll be Nash bringing the ball up. Bandit's going to get an easy steal. And he's going to lay it in for two. And ladies and gentlemen, I think that is going to be it. He's going to get an and one. He's going to go to the line for that 2-point basket, puts him at 1,000 points. 1,000 points for Cody Bandit. I do not know how many 1,000-point scorers Eastern has over the course of time, but you see just the crowd excited. You see all of his teammates excited. Meanwhile, he's got to go and shoot a free throw. I'm sure just the whole bittersweet set of emotions. Coach Weatherford's going to call a 30-second timeout just to give Cody Bandit just give him a moment. And again, hats off to Paoli to recognize him. It's not common at a sectional event for this to happen, especially on the road. It would have been fantastic for that to happen at home at Eastern, but it happens in a sectional game. I'm sure that he's trying to fight back as many emotions as he can. So Eastern's going to go up by 30, 64-34 on that layup by Cody Bandit. Again, I do appreciate Paoli for taking a moment to recognize him. And again, I hope, I'm sure Coach Carmichael understands it's just a great moment for this young man. And so it's not anything braggadocious or anything like that. Just a chance to honor him. Clarksville's going to get the ball inside there to Clay, and they're going to get a foul on Bonjavold. Clay's going to go to the line for two. It's been a strange game in the fact that there's just not been a ton of free throw shots by either team. So not been a huge factor. Sometimes you get the tournament play, and it seems like everything comes down to making free throws. Clay's first one is good. Looks like Jacob, number 12, that's Sam Moreland, the senior, is going to check in for Clarksville. Eastern holding on to a 29-point advantage. Second one is no good. Temple's going to get a rebound. Finds Bandit on the wing. Bandit for three. No good. Clarksville rebound going back the other way. Bandit's going to come from behind for an easy steal. He's going to knock it off to Temple. Good read there. Temple's going to get an easy 2. 66-35, 31-point advantage for the Musketeers. Nash being guarded there by. Don't exactly know who that was to. Stewart tried to pass the ball to, I do not know. Ball went out of bounds on the baseline. So Freeman's going to check in for the Generals. Again, just 2 seniors on this roster for the Generals. That's Braden Daniel, number 2, which I did not see him suited up. I did not see a number 2. Oh, I do. Sorry, he just checked in. So Daniel just checked in. Moreland just checked in for Clarksville. There are only 2 seniors, so a lot of youth. So a lot to look forward to in the future. Caleb Bonjabal with a fantastic drive, kind of finishing through contact, able to finish 68-35, 33-point advantage here. Daniel got the ball tipped away, gets it over to Moreland. Ball deflected out of bounds there by Bannett. Fowler's going to check in for Drury. Looks like Batt's going to check in for Hurst. Official said something to Drury. I don't know what he said there. Clarksville going to be out of bounds. Eastern in a 2-3 zone. Clarksville gets it in to Muckle. Muckle finds Moreland for 3. They're going to get the outlet on the rebound to Cody Bannett, and he's going to reap the benefits. A little bit of cherry picking kind of the other way. You saw Clarksville kind of do that a little while ago. So that is 35 points. So this is going to be a running clock. So with 5:50 to play, this is going to be a quick end of this game. Eastern up 70-35. Okay, that's going to be Daniel for 3, no good. Bonjavolt with the rebound. Again, I know that my stats are not going to be exactly accurate, but it would not surprise me at all if Bonjavolt doesn't end up with a triple-double. Hurst are going to check in for Cody Bannett. They're going to get him out. And again, well-deserved applause for Cody Bannett. Clarksville gets it over to Daniel. Daniel gets it over to Stewart. To Freeman. Freeman over to Stewart. Stewart kicks it all the way across to Moreland. Moreland gets it inside. It's going to be a steal there by Gavin Hurst. Hurst they're going to get it to the corner to Fowler. Fowler's going to fire for 3 and good. Coach Carmichael did not like they blew it for to let a sub in. It needs to be a dead ball, but there wasn't a dead ball. He didn't really love that. Eastern kind of in his own. Daniel for 3, no good. Drury with the rebound going the other way. Gets it to Hurst. A 30-second timeout there by Eastern. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back.
What's one of the best ways for students to learn the value of teamwork?
By participating in high school sports. I'm Jace Martin from North Harrison High School.
And I'm Danae Klein from South Putnam High School. Playing high school sports means being a part of something bigger than myself.
I love working together with my teammates towards a common goal.
It keeps me accountable, knowing my team is depending on me.
It reminds me to prioritize the team's success over my own.
Because it's about we, not me, and that's an important lesson to learn, on the field and in life.
As teammates, we train together, we push each other, and we represent our school together. That bonds us forever.
We're a team, and that means we're in this together.
I'm IHSAA Commissioner Paul Neidig. You can be a champion of high school sports by buying a ticket to your high school's athletic event. This is the power of teamwork. This is coming together as one. This is your IHSA.
And we're back here, Section 46 at Paoli High School. I'll echo off of that. again, this is that time of the year, man, if you can get out and watch some of the exciting basketball that's happening all over the state, again, and just don't take for granted what basketball means in Indiana. It's just a very exciting time of the year. I know not just for these athletes, but for communities all over the place. It's exciting to see what happens. So Eastern checks in. Bat's going to check in, and that's going to be I'm going to double check. That's going to be Colton Brading and Ty Stephen are going to check in for the Musketeers and Eli Hoagland. Sorry, making sure I got all my numbers straight. They're going to check in. So some of these JV guys that haven't seen a lot of time outside of Fowler and Bat, these other guys, obviously Hoagland coming off an injury. So underclassmen getting some minutes here in the sectional. Just over 3 minutes to play. Eastern with a 31-point advantage. Clarksville gets the ball over to Nash. Nash is going to fire for three and good. Stephen going to bring it up, gets it over to Brady. Stephen's going to try to make a drive. Dribbles off his foot, it looks like, or just loses it out of bounds. A little bit of a careless turnover right there. Inside of 3 minutes to play, Clarksville brings it up. Eastern in a 2-3 zone. Gets the ball inside to Stewart. Out to Nash. Nash is going to pull up. Stewart's going to fire for three. No good. Rebound there by Bat. Brading's going to bring it up. Brading gets it out on the wing to Hoagland. Gets it over to Chase Bat. Bat's going to make a weak pass. It's going to be stole there by Freeman. Freeman's going to pull it out to Stewart. Stewart's going to fire for three. No good. Rebound there, Fowler. 2 minutes to play. Coach Weatherford's telling him just slow down just a little bit. A little discombobulated. I know we got kind of younger guys in here, but still just kind of take care of the basketball and be smart. Brady looking to drive. May have got an extra step in there, but it's going to be out of bounds. Out of bounds Clarksville basketball. So we got a Clarksville player cramping up a little bit. Let's hope that that's just a cramp and not an ankle or anything like that. Clarksville's going to get it in. Nash going to bring it up. Minute 37 to play. Gets the ball there. That's going to be on the wing to Freeman. Freeman drives baseline. Looks like it'll be a turnover there. It'll be Eastern basketball. Eastern going back the other way. Stephen drives, gets into the lane. No good. Rebound there by Brading, just inside of a minute. Gets it out to Fowler. Fowler out to Stephen. Getting okay with just kind of running the clock out. Brading going to have it out top. Being guarded there by Nash. Out to Fowler. Looks like Clarksville kind of has finally abandoned hope. Coach is calling around just to keep playing. 76-38. Eastern on top in this Game 3 of Sectional 46. Passing around, just kind of running out the clock. Again, probably one of the craziest third quarters I've seen in the sectional. You had just kind of really tight back and forth first half, and then Eastern just absolutely erupted in that third quarter to kind of take control of this game. And that is going to be the ball game. Final score, Eastern Musketeers 76 over the Clarksville Generals 38. We're going to cut to a quick commercial break, and we will be right back with some stats and thoughts on the first game.
At Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance, we're good at insurance, but not just any insurance. We're good at...
No.
Did you forget the parking brake? Yes, you forgot the parking brake. Insurance. When the forecast calls for cheese ball sight tail insurance. Even shouldn't have parked under that tree. insurance. Start with Indiana Farm Bureau Insurance and stop knocking on wood.
Call your Washington County Farm Bureau agent, Jason Petmeyer, today at 812-620-8923.
And we're back here at Paoli High School. Musketeers on top of the Clarksville Generals, 76-38. Some quick stats for the game. First of all, for the Generals, Stewart ended up with just 2 points. Nash ended up with 13 points. Freeman with 8. Corbett with 4. Muckle with 8. And Corday Clay with 3. I will say that, just these underclassmen from Clarksville, I definitely think that they've got a bright future. If they can stick together and just stay together and stay going, definitely have some athleticism to build off of. Once they can kind of learn to play together and take care of the basketball, I can see a very bright future for them. For the Musketeers, again, don't quote me on this, as these are not official stats in any way, shape, or form. I got 21. That's Fowler with 5. Gavin Hurst had 2. I have Bannett for 30. Bonjavold had 19. Drury with 12. Temple with 7. Again, don't quote me on that. I might be a point or two off somewhere. But again, congratulations to Cody Bannett getting to his 1,000th point. Again, just a special milestone for any high school athlete. It just doesn't come that often. We'll have to do. I'll try to have ready for the broadcast on Friday. Kind of just some history there of how many we've had and that kind of stuff. I know that those exist there on the wall there at Eastern, but we'll have to bring that to the broadcast. Again, for me, the players of the game is definitely Caleb Bonjavold and Cody Bannett. Bonjavold just, again, when it's all said and done, he may very well have had a triple-double tonight, just really getting it done defensively. And I'm going to say that Bannett, probably 10 of his points come from just Bonjavold's hustle, getting that ball and getting it out there. Again, you can tell these guys are rallied around Cody and want to see it happen. So, anybody that got a steal, they were looking to see if they could get Cody a bucket. And he's able to get some easy layups to get things going. Really not having a great first half shooting-wise, but his teammates able to kind of get him into action and being able to kind of climb over the hill of this 1,000 points. So, again, hats off to them. That will finish up tonight. We will be back in action this Friday night. Game 1 Friday night will be between it would be between Providence and Mitchell at 6 o'clock. Game 2 will be the host, Paoli Rams, versus your Musketeers in that second game Friday night. That should be 2 very good basketball games. I think the Providence-Mitchell game could be a really good matchup. Mitchell having a really nice record, Providence having a nice season. Paoli, one of the stronger teams around. Eastern, we'll see what we're made of. If we can compete with Paoli, again, this is a wide open and sectional. I think everything kind of runs through them for this sectional. Obviously, they're the host school, and they're probably the most veteran team. Just got a really strong team. Dusty Cole has done just a fantastic job with that program. So that will be in action. Also on WSLM, we got all kinds of stuff going on going forward. You had the game tonight. Tomorrow, there are no sports tomorrow, but on Friday, the Giants at the Reds will be on WSLM at 2 o'clock, 2:05. We will be on for the sectional semifinal in that second game. Purdue will be playing Illinois at 8 p.m. 8 p.m. tip-off, 7 p.m. pregame. That will be on WSLM 12:20 a.m. The Victoria Voice Foundation 200. That will be presented by Westgate Resorts at 8 p.m. That'll be if we don't. That'll be after our game, and then Indiana Sports Talk will be on from 9:30 to midnight on 97.9. On Saturday, 5 a.m., Indiana Outdoors will be online or be there. Diamondbacks will be at the Reds at 2 o'clock or 2:05 on 12:20. Ohio State will play IU at 3:45. Pregame will start at 2:45. That will be on 97.9. And then call 811.com. Every dig, every time. 200. Midnight that night. On Sunday, the Reds will be back in action on 12:20 a.m. And then the Shriners Children 500 at 2:30 on 97.9. So, again, if you are a sports fan, doesn't matter what it is, it's going to be on WSLM over the course of the next week. Been a fantastic game tonight. Again, Eastern victorious over the Clarksville Generals 76-38. It's been a great time doing this game. We will see you guys back in action on Friday night. And this has been Jake Johannesmeyer of Musketeer Basketball, WSLM, signing off.
Mama Rosa's brings their famous pizza buffet to you on Fridays from 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. for just $12.99. Choose from a wide variety of pizza, homemade soups, and a large salad bar with their favorite potato salad, slaw, and desserts. Then come back on Friday night for the home-style buffet from 4:30 to 8 p.m. or 11 a.m. to 2 p.m. on Sundays for $15. Children's buffet is only $7 each. It's where you'll find a variety of good home-cooked foods at Mama Rosa's.